Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. We're not the worst. We're not the worst. We're not the worst football team, and my life has purpose again, Perna. You would think bringing a child into the world would be enough to give me purpose. Oh, no. My Broncos being back in the win column, purpose.
Elway, he didn't like a wet ball too much.
Brett Drippin proved on Thursday Night Football he is a better NFL quarterback than an injured Drew Lock. Now, this was the most anticipated Thursday Night Football game since the inception of TNF, back when the NFL was dumb enough to think pentatonics would be the next Black Eyed Peas. This was a great game, and let's be clear, only one team was playing for a tank. And those dirty scumbags Adam Gase and Gregg Williams had Vic Fangio fired up at the end of the game.
You'd have
to the fucking locker, or my giant bowls will start cracking skulls like Fezzik from The Princess Bride. Steve Smith confirmed the dirty tactics deployed by the nefarious Gregg Williams.
I see it for what it is. If it smells like a pig, it looks like a pig, and it's oinking, then guess what, my friend? It's a pig.
I just saw a Pigman.
In my house, my wife and I have a running joke about bacon. Whenever one of us is cooking it, we yell, oink oink.
Pigman!
Well, now I will yell that every time I see Gregg Williams. Oink oink.
Pigman!
You lost. Let's jump into this 37-28 Broncos win. Whew. Let's go, sports. Please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. Notice I'm not forcing you to, but only if you enjoy football videos on YouTube. Sub here. And sorry, Melvin. Having no regard for your testicles will not earn you the Big Dick Player Award. I support caring for your balls, which is why this episode is sponsored by manscaped.com/goodsports and fixing sweaty balls. Ball deodorant. Ball deodorant. Ball deodorant. Ball deodorant.
Ball deodorant. Ball deodorant.
No matter the weird shape or size of your balls, I bet they sweat, which is why you need the Crop Preserver Ball Anti-Chafing Deodorant from Manscaped. I recommend ball deodorizing as part of your post-shower routine. Squirt some of the Crop Preserver Aloe Vera Quick Absorbing Gel onto your palm. Get enough and then rub your balls until your hands start to cramp. Or whatever you deem normal. It dries clear and it keeps your balls fresh and clean all day long. Made with only natural ingredients so your balls are safe. Use my link, manscaped.com/goodsports for 20% off plus free shipping plus 2 free gifts when you buy the Perfect Package 3.0, which does include your crop preserver. Manscaped. Okay, tough guy football is back, and the Jets are the most manly team in the NFL, which is why they have a punter named Man, who also tackles like a man and probably directs movies like Michael Mann. But those real men in green amassed 118 penalty yards and doled out 6 personal fouls while reminding us of the way the game used to be. Dirty. Sam Darnold, who is famously the most elusive quarterback in the NFL next to maybe Lamar Jackson or Cam Newton in a Super Bowl 50 press conference, made the Broncos' stout defense pay on the opening drive by avoiding tackles like Adam Gase avoids putting anything up his nose that hasn't been crushed into a fine powder. 46 yards as he made the best tacklers in the league look like future Jets. Credit Darnold for deploying the fake quarterback slide to scare defenders out of tackles. Brett Rypien looked like his uncle in his opening series. Even Mark, currently at age 58, could have led the scoring drive if the defense he faced kept committing penalties. Even more lucky than that, Brett had Nick Vanette bail him out of what was looking like a promising touchdown drive by false starting on 3rd and short. Nick Vanette. If they call his name, it's probably because he fucked up. Make no mistake though, you have to die to be benched by this Broncos coaching staff. And I respect their respect for life. This game would not have been complete without some injuries. And the first victim of the night was Sam Darnold, who got the shit sacked out of him by Alexander Johnson. Dr. Aikman, MD, immediately diagnosed Darnold with a broken collarbone and predicted we would never see him again. In came Joe Flacco for a few plays, going 2 for 2, but Darnold miraculously came back from what should be a 2-month injury to re-enter the game, only to be immediately fucking sacked again. Essentially, Joe Flacco avoids the sack by letting Sam Darnold come back into the game for him. That is, without question, elite QB play if I've ever seen it. Now let's get into the Brett Rypien show for just a little bit. His first NFL start looked on par with Sam Darnold, who started his 30th game. In the second quarter, Rypien underthrows Jerry Jeudy just a smidge, but Judge Dredd Jeudy sentences Pierre Desir to 6 points and hauls it in, backstepping into the end zone like Michael Jackson for an incredible touchdown and celebration. Hey Jerry, next time you score, this is your new celebration. But you must do it on the back of Garrett Bowles and call it the Gargoyle. That was Jerry Jeudy's first NFL touchdown and Brett Rypien's first tutty buddy. They shall cut that football in half and share it forever and be friends forever, like left side and strong side from Remember the Titans.
Left side! Strong side! Left side! Strong side!
Unlike what his name would suggest, Pierre did not surrender in this game and in fact came back to pick off Brett Rypien for the first 2 times in this game. The first one looked like Rypien tried to throw the ball away, but it didn't have enough zipping and Desir got those toes a tipping. I will say this about all 3 of Brett's picks. They were horrible. Very Sam Darnold supernatural-like, but it was his first ever NFL start, and there was far more good than bad, and I think his mistakes can be corrected. Now, Tim Patrick and Brett Rypien were on the same page throughout the course of the game. They connected for 113 yards and a touchdown. Oink, oink.
Pigman!
You lost. And literally, every single impressive rip from Brett was a throw to Tim Patrick. The two have chemistry, and I dare Bill Belichick to try and take that away from them in 10 or 9 days. What don't we know about Brett Rypien, though? How good will he look when he plays a submissive defense that doesn't attack him and subsequently gift him 7 first downs? 7 times the Jets bailed out the Broncos offense by being way too high testosterone. Now, one of the Broncos on the rise, rookie O.J. Moutier. The rookie corner had the best game of his career, and even when he was flagged for PI, he was in perfect position doing everything right. And Eric Crocker made an astute observation of the Jets corner's white gloves on Twitter, making his offensive hold on OJ invisible to the refs. This is the first time we have actually seen a glove help render an OJ guilty, though. During the game, Aaron Andrews reported that
said I'll be thinking about when he was 12 years old and he asked me to pin a poster on his ceiling that said NFL or bust.
Personally, I think reminding a 12-year-old to bust in his bedroom is a little unnecessary. That would be like me hanging a poster on my ceiling that read drink coffee and shit for me to read first thing in the morning. Or like hanging a poster that read slaughter goat for sacrifice to keep your job in Adam Gase's bedroom.
To become the goat, I must sacrifice the goat. To become the goat, I must sacrifice the goat. To become the goat, I must sacrifice the goat. To become the goat, I must sacrifice the goat. Get out of me, devil! Get out of me, devil!
Adam Gase is a powerful being. That's all I'm saying.
Wish I was a good golfer.
Boy, did I really pay the price for that Adam Gase satanic rendering. And look, we didn't even need an injury to get a Jeff Driscoll sighting in this game. Jeff came in to the game for a designed run. The wild Jeff formation has never been stopped, and he wisely draws the personal foul to top it off. And let me say, Jeff Driscoll was born to be a backup quarterback. A great example from the All-22 film is this play. Check the perfect butt slap execution by Driscoll for his starter after the Broncos took back the lead. A backup quarterback's job is 90% cheerleader, 10% scapegoat if your starter gets injured. And I think Driscoll's famous butt picture was just Jeff trying to entice the same encouragement from his backup. Now, every other week as Broncos fans, we are reminded of the number of quarterbacks that have started for the Broncos ever since Peyton Manning departed. Rypien makes for number 9, but what nobody has pointed out is that John Elway has been slowly putting together a soon-to-be famous cult. An extreme religious cult whose leader is actually not even pictured here. Their supreme leader is none other than Swag Kelly, who ironically was cut this week by the Colts. Their mission in life? To get all of the good people of Colorado to believe in them, to follow them blindly with love and support, only to fund Swag Kelly's mission of worldwide carpet cleaning. Now, Josie Jewell even had a sack in this game, and unlike Richard Jewell, he wants everyone to know he did it. Conversely, the Broncos gave up 0 sacks in this game. If I can borrow a phrase from Dick Drawing Dr. Aikman, let me tell you what that tells you. The Broncos' offensive line is better at pass protecting than I have given them credit for over the last 2 weeks. I apologize. But also, DeMar Dotson going in at right tackle should have been in play week 1. This is a team that had given up the second most sacks in the league heading into this game, and they allow 0 sacks with a first time ever starting quarterback? Oink oink!
Pigman!
You lost! Now moving into the fourth quarter, Sam Darnold tipped over the weight of his own head, self-sacking himself, turning into a half sack for Bradley Chubb, who finished with 2.5 and the game-winning sack on the night. I know I pointed this out last year, but every time Broncos coach Vic Fangio sees a fuck up, he sticks his hands under his armpits like Mary Catherine Gallagher. I think all he needs to do to become a playoff head coach is smell them like this to put the Broncos back into the contender category. Now, Melvin Gordon was lucky to not instantly be moved to IR after this failed hurdle forced an instant penile retraction, which is the most severe form of shrinkage known in the human and animal kingdom. When threatened, the penis can suck itself up into the body, requiring surgery to have it retrieved and pulled back out to hang safely for future use. This is an intensive surgical procedure that usually requires an 8-week recovery time, so lucky move, Melvin. Levante Bellamy, who I wish would get a couple carries per game, looks like a 50-year-old man on the sideline with that sophisticated mustache. He looks older than Frank Gore. He looks like Bill Bellamy now. Have you learned nothing from Gardner Minshew, Pat Shurmur? Give this man the rock. Give him a chance to shine. And now, presenting one of our new segments, the High T Play of the Game. High T play goes to Brett Rypien for the block he put on Lamar Jackson, Jets corner, to spring Melvin Gordon for the game-sealing touchdown after that Bradley Chubb sack. What do you do to cancel out 3 interceptions? Show that unlike Tim Tebow, you're also willing to play fullback. We break the 2-point curse and the Jets are sent packing while literally looking like the saddest team I have ever observed. For just $1 a month, you too can help these underprivileged football players find hope and eat as much bacon as they want as they are freed from the reins of oink oink.
Pigman, baby, Pigman.
My only regret is that they didn't kick a field goal at the end of the game to hang 40 on old Basket Gase. After 3 weeks of pain, morphing into happiness, I am finally able to hand out the first Big Dick Player Awards for the Broncos of the 2020 season. This was a difficult choice, which is a great problem to have. It means a lot of guys balled out. But I'm giving it to Timmy Patrick for his first 100-yard game and his second straight week in the end zone. In the absence of Cortland Sutton, Patrick played like Cortland Sutton and got open for his young quarterback. Wait, nah, this might be the only win of the season. Brandon McManus gets a Big Dick Player Award. Brett Rypien gets a Big Dick Player Award. Bradley Chubb gets a Big Dick Player Award. Melvin Gordon gets a Big Dick Player Award. And oink oink,
Pigman,
you lost.
And that has to feel good.
Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. We gotta go crazy for a Broncos win because we don't know when it will happen again. Make sure you come back Monday for the best and worst of NFL Sunday.